Hello everyone, so this is the next little part of our accordion style. We'll be doing these two next. So I did this as a sample one. I did do no sew with this just because I didn't want this part sewn. You can sew around this part. That is your own prerogative there, like what she did here. She sewed around it, but I'm not going to. So let's get going with making this piece. And let's see here. It's slightly bigger, but not much. So I'm just going to take this and see what it was measured out as. About 3 1/4. So we'll bring out this and do 3 1/4. Then I have this lovely piece left over. Oops. So I'm going to set this one aside. Take that one. Alright. Now this is rather plain in the back, so I'm not going to do much with it. I am going to grab, I think, a pretty little piece to use to glue it down. But that's about it. And I think I'm going to do this one on this one. So this is going to go on here. I'm going to cut these in half because the other half is going to go to the other one. But I'm going to use mainly the pink with this one. Oops. Alright, so I want this at 4 inches by 3 inches. So I'm thinking I'm just going to try cutting this out first and see what happens. It might be a little smaller than the other one, but that's okay. I don't mind that it's smaller at all. Because I kind of like this whole thing. So yeah, it is going to come out a little bit smaller than the original, but that's okay. Get rid of all these pieces here. And in case you want to know what paper pad I'm using Wallflower pattern paper, 35 sheets, 12 designs. It's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and it's 80 pounds. It's designed by Cassie Lazur. I don't know how to pronounce it. And the theme is special delivery. This way you get a heads up on what I'm using. Now I'm purposely punching out pieces here. From that scrap paper that I already had. Where did that go? There we go. It's just a great way to use my papers up here. So we're gonna distress around this, both sides like the person did with the other one. Now I made this mistake with my last piece, so I'm trying not to make the same mistake again. I line them up, make sure they're both facing the same way, and then take the time to punch them out. Alright, now with this one, we're going to want to glue them down. So these ones go to the back side one here. Use whatever tab system you have. Honestly, this is the tabs, my way of making tabs based off of what I have. Try to make sure they're lined up and everything. And then I go and glue the 3-way here. So 1, 2, 3. And try to line it up as exact as you possibly can. I mean, there is going to be sometimes a little wiggle room there. Now we're going to want this glued on here, but first we want this glued on to this. This is how I did it. You don't necessarily have to do it my way. I just do it so I feel it's halfway down it to the best of my ability. And I'm shaking. I apologize for my shaking, but shaking happens. Then I stick my art glitter glue on it just to make sure it has extra hold. Because we don't want it falling apart on us. right in the middle there. And that should hold it pretty well. If you feel like your glue is going off this a little bit, you can, now that it's glued onto the one side, it's a little easier to glue on this side. You don't have to, but I find this is easier to keep everything the way we want it. Okay. See, I already made a mistake. With this. Hence why, luckily, it didn't dry yet. Which happens. So there we go. Then we want this glued on. Now, let's see. With this one, how did it get glued on? It got glued on to the top. So there we go. We got her glued on and everything. And this piece will drop down so you can write on it. And this is a little pocket here. So, I mean, again, there's some leeway on learning curve here with this piece. So, and a lot of instructions. So we're going to do it again. Just one more time to get the whole concept of what we're doing here. So this time we're going to be using these blue pieces. I haven't figured out what I'm going to use as that inner piece, but we got a little bit of time to try figuring that out. So let's just get this portion done. This should be about the same size, give or take a little. That is my hope anyways. To have made it the same size. Yeah, it did make it to pretty much the same size. and it will fit in there rather well. So that's a plus. Now again, I'm gonna get this part done right away, just so I know where I'm at. Oops. I'm just wondering if this is gonna work. No. None of these are big enough for that. So let's do this. I really like this piece. So nope, that didn't work either. Okay. Barely, but did it. So we got that. These are just pieces from them squares that we did the other day. I want to use them, and some of them are not as usable as I want them to be, so that's my way of being able to use them, of course. There's one. That's perfectly fine if it is not exact. It's really difficult to get it exact, so as long as you try your best, that's all that matters. So I glued them 3. Now I'm going to stick it down to the best of my ability, which again, it isn't going to be perfect, but that's okay. Now let's get to the flip. What do I want to use? I think I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just cut it at 2 inches. 2 inches by 3 inches. And I mean, I could have easily used the other piece there, but that's okay. You don't have to. That pretty? Alright. Now, what kind of washi tape do I want to use? Kind of want the pinks and blues, but at the same time, trying to find the right one is not always the funnest idea. We could use this one. Let's use that one. So I'm going to put my other washi tapes away that I have sitting out at the moment. I I am going to distress around this because it's way lighter than the other piece. And again, you can stitch around it. You can add little anythings to this. I am going to add this little saying onto it, just because I want to. Give it a little decoration here, right? Because this piece is so plain, might as well. Okay. Then I'm going to line it up, and you can move it down farther or up farther. Or have it in the middle. That is your choice. I think this time I want it up. Yeah, I just keep on moving it. Sometimes that's what happens, is you just keep on moving and it just doesn't work the way you want it to. So this is when I do that. And again, we're back to using our glue here. And again, it's already starting to peel off, so we're going to glue it. And this time I left it the way I wanted it glued onto, so then I knew which way to put it. Like that. So I didn't make that same mistake I did the last time. Alright, now this one I want high, I think. So that's what I'm gonna stick with. Keep this over here so I can see where I'm gluing it. It is a little bit difficult to glue off the side like this, but there we go. So we got our pocket here, our little flip here, just like that first one. And then we just, so we got the first one done, our second one done. So I knew what I was doing. First did it on this one. Just again, this one's my one that I do before I do these ones. Just because I don't necessarily know what's all in this sample. So next is our little piece here that says "Don't Stop Believing," and our cute little card here, index card piece. So that is our next one. To figure out how to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you join me for the next one. Have a great day or night. Bye.